Hello and welcome to a quick demonstration of some new functionality in the area of PADS suite licensing that's available for the first time in the PADS 9.4 release. Now, if you've ever had PADS network or floating licenses and one or more suite licenses, you may have come across a scenario where you end up consuming more than one suite license when you really only intended to consume a single one. This functionality is designed to give you more control to be able to select the exact suite that you'd like based on the functionality that you need. So let's go into the Help Installed Options in PADS Layout, and let me start out by showing you a new column called License Consumed. This will show you which license feature is being checked out to satisfy the particular option in the list. Now here you can see the problem firsthand. I have an LS suite license and also a CRL license. Now I only want the LS suite license. I want to give back the CRL license for other users on the network, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So the suite configuration button down in the lower left hand corner will give us access to be able to pick our suite, and this is available in PADS, Layout, Logic, and Router. So if we go into the suite configuration dialog box, the checkbox at the very top is what controls this functionality. By default it's disabled, meaning that based on your installed options, licensing will try and get as many licenses checked out to satisfy those options, which can lead to consumption of multiple suites. However, if we check that box, you'll see that it enables the licenses below and the table below so that we can actually pick a specific suite. Now, for example, I'd like to check out the PADS LS suite license, and I can go ahead and click Apply. And here it's asking me if I'd like to save my design. I must have some unsaved changes. I'll always go ahead and click Yes. And we've checked out the license, and more importantly, we've checked back the CRL suite license. It's now available for checkout by other users on the network. Now, in the event that we'd like to take a license that is not currently available, for example, PADS ES suite, I have my neighbor that's using this particular license, and let's try and check that out. And what it does is it gives you a warning that you're going to go into demonstration mode. So in my case, I don't want to do that, so I'll click No. But I'm going to ask my coworker to go ahead and exit the PADS applications. And now I'll come back and check the status. And the license is now available, so I can go ahead and click Apply to swap licenses. So now I have the ES suite license checked out, and I no longer have the LS suite license checked out. Now, anytime you'd like to see the changes, a good place to go is your Installed Options dialog. So let me click OK here, and you can see I have the ES suite licenses checked out. I always like to go there just to verify that I am picking up the licenses that I expect to. So click back to Suite Configuration. And I should also point out that in the event that you have a mix of suite licenses and unbundled or kit licenses on your server, you can actually uncheck all the suite licenses, click Apply, and it will ignore all suite licenses and only take those unbundled or kit licenses. And last but not least, I'd like to demonstrate a couple of other areas in the dialog. Now, we have the Copy Selections area, which is in the bottom right. Now, if you want to copy your selections, for example, we take the PADS CRL suite license. When I check out this license, I'd like to make sure that PADS Router and PADS Logic all use the same license. So I go ahead and click Apply here. So next time I bring up PADS Logic or PADS Router, it should automatically be using that license. However, if you already have PADS Router or PADS Logic open, the license change will not be immediate. You need to go into the Help Installed Options area, into the Suite Configuration dialog, and click Apply to make that change go into place. But if you don't have those applications open, then the next time you open them, they should automatically consume those licenses. And here we have the Startup options and the Show dialog box on Program Startup. That's a good way, if you're swapping suite licenses all the time, to be able to pick your license when you start the application. So let's go ahead and let's bring up PADS Logic and just make sure that we are consuming that PADS CRL license like I expect we are. And go into Suite Configuration, and indeed we are checking out the PADS CRL license. And same goes for PADS Router. And that concludes the demonstration. Thank you.